today we're going to be doing our spoiler-filled discussion of The Dark Knight Rises. This is Nikki.
Oh, nice to meet you.
And we're just going to talk about The Dark Knight Rises in depth with spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie, don't watch this. And if you do, you're an idiot.
Yeah, you're really stupid.
So if people have seen the movie, you know it takes place 8 years after The Dark Knight, and Bruce Wayne, he's kind of like a Howard Hughes kind of dude, where he's locked in his apartment. Has a cane, and the people have kind of hated Batman because they think he's killed Harvey Dent. But then when Bane comes around and Catwoman are kind of screwing things up a little bit,
he's the only one that can really save Gotham.
Yeah, and Batman needs to come back. So what do you think?
I thought the movie was excellent.
I thought it was really good. I don't like it as much as the first two, I think.
Yeah, I don't think it's as good as The Dark Knight.
No, it's not as good as The Dark Knight. It's very good. I have a lot of problems with it, which we'll get into. For people that have seen my review, you know kind of the basic problems. But we're just going to go into that more into depth. But I still enjoy the movie a lot.
Yeah. I thought Tom Hardy really did a good follow-up after Heath Ledger, because it's kind of hard to...
Yeah, I was saying in my review, he has the toughest job, because not only does he have to have, George Foreman grill on his face for the whole movie.
He's got to meet some standards.
Yeah, he's following Heath Ledger, who won an Oscar for it, so... He, to me, had the toughest job, but I thought he was awesome as Sean Connery meets Darth Vader.
Yeah, that's exactly what the voice sounds like. Can you do it?
Oh, yeah. Gotham, this is your liberation from the people of the... Also, his speeches are really well done, and also, he's not the huge steroid retard that he was in Batman and Robin. You haven't seen that movie, when you're so lucky, because it's awful. It's a piece of ass. One of the problems that I have with it is that in the middle, when Bruce Wayne is, he got his ass kicked by Bane, which was awesome, by the way. Bane has a really awesome speech while he's kicking Batman's ass.
Yeah, because Batman was out of shape and he really didn't get back into it, and Bane was, one of the most powerful people, and he couldn't take him down, so Bane pretty much won that first battle, yeah. Yeah,
and even, when they had the final battle at the end, Bane was still kind of kicking his ass, but Batman just got a few of those punches to the mask that kind of, made him weaker. Of course, you got the awesome shot of Bane picking him up and just breaking his back on his leg, which was orgasmic.
Oh, yeah. Great fight scenes.
But the biggest problem with me is that once he's, gets his arse kicked and he's in the prison, that's kind of when the movie slows down for me.
It does. It slows down, what would you say, beginning, middle?
It's in the middle. It's like an hour and 45 minutes in. It's there's an hour left in the movie, and you and me were kind of discussing this. They should have either added more stuff with Batman or cut that down by a little.
Yeah. They could have either made it more exciting, or they could have cut it down maybe, what would you say, 20
Yeah, I think you said 20, 25 minutes.
Yeah.
And I could agree. Also, one of the things is, especially in that whole sequence, it spans months, and the first time I saw it, it was a little bit more jarring, wow, that's 4 months have passed already.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
the second time, though, I noticed some more things that I was like, okay, this is time, because I noticed he was wearing, a different shirt or something, but it's still off. It's still a little weird.
Yeah, the time sequences are a little bit weird. They don't really explain how far it goes or what happens between the time.
I'd say, overall, the whole thing, it's almost it's half a year. The span of the whole movie is, half a year or close to a year. It's it's a little bit confusing.
Speaking of time, the bomb.
Oh, yeah, the whole thing was, the whole plan here is Bane. He has this bomb that was supposed to be a nuclear fusion bomb, and he turned it, or it was supposed to be a nuclear fusion project for clean energy, and then they kind of take this doctor who's a nuclear physicist, and he replaces the core with a bomb, and that bomb's going to take 5 months to go off, no matter what.
Yeah.
But that's also one of the weird things of the movie. I thought it would be maybe a week or 5 days, but when Bane says 5 months, I was like, Jesus Christ. Yeah. Those are the big problems with me. And also, I also think for a 2 hour and 45-minute movie, there's not enough Batman.
There isn't, yeah. It's based off him, and what would you say, you see more Bane than Batman?
I would say you see you might see a little bit more Bane as Batman. You probably see as much Catwoman, who we'll talk about later, as you see Batman in this movie. He's in the beginning after that whole when Bane takes over the stock exchange, which is really awesome. They have a really awesome chase sequence on motorcycles.
Yeah.
And and that's the first time Batman comes back after 8 years, and I got the chills with that when that music came on. It's one of my favorite parts of the whole entire trilogy when he comes back and
great scene.
And he's on the Bat-Pod and does that skidding thing.
Oh, that was cool.
Oh my god! I looked at you. We looked at each other when that happened.
We did. We looked at each other.
Man, that's so cool. So
they sell those at what was it?
Toys R Us.
Yeah. Bridgestone as well.
They have really awesome moments with Batman, but there's not enough of them. It's not as consistent as some of the other characters, and I get it, it's about him trying to become Batman again, but I still think they need to provide a little bit more fan service. And then you get the last 40 minutes is all insane Batman action. We'll talk about, what do you think about the twists, the big twists that kind of...
It was pretty sudden.
Yeah, I think for me they work because I don't think you've seen Batman Begins in a while.
I did not see the first movie of the trilogy, the Batman Begins one, which kind of had a backstory, but you kind of figure it out through the end of the movie, what happens, and how it kind of leads from Batman Begins into The Dark Knight Rises.
If you haven't seen Batman Begins, and you haven't seen this movie, try to go with someone that's seen Batman Begins, that way they can explain it to you, but the whole thing with Miranda Tate, Marion Cotillard's character being the son of Ra's al Ghul. Yeah. I thought that was a cool twist, and actually a lot of people before the movie came out were asking her, like, are you Talia al Ghul? And she's like, no, my character has nothing to do with her, it's completely based on the comic. And that was a lie, but, I still thought the twist worked pretty good. The first time I saw it, I didn't see it coming.
Yeah, it was very, on impact.
Yeah, it was effective when she stabs him, because, it's really surprising.
Yeah, you're like, what just happened?
Yeah, you're like,
was that her that just stabbed him?
And also, that whole scene where she kind of reveals the whole, her being Talia al Ghul had a really also impact on me because they made Bane like a really sympathetic character. Like, he wasn't... You think he's the one that escapes from the prison, but he's really the guy that...
They'll show you a clip. They'll show you a clip where Bane, as a kid, he tries to escape from the prison, and then later you find out that wasn't him. It was Talia al Ghul, and he was the one and Bane was trying to help her out as a kid to let her escape from that prison.
He was like her protector, and then he gets the mask because all these people jump him and beat him up after letting the girl, go, and the doctor who Bruce Wayne meets in the prison kind of couldn't fix him up, so he sets him up with this mask that feeds him pain. Or doesn't feed him pain, but it relieves pain from him. And they made Bane a really sympathetic character. Seeing him cry was really effective. I did not expect that the first time I saw him.
No, I didn't either.
That was really nice. Also, one of the scene stealers for me was Catwoman. What did you think of her?
I thought Anne Hathaway did a really good job as playing that character. Before the movie, I didn't anticipate her to be in it as long as she did. But, she was sassy, she was cool, she did a good job.
Now, what did you think she was going to be bad or good? Because we're not the biggest Anne Hathaway fans in general, and I know a lot of people were not.
One Day was amazing, but...
I liked her a lot. I think also another character that they could have had more of. She's in it for a good amount, but also one of the problems in the middle is that they kind of forget about her in the middle, and I felt like that with Bruce Wayne. They had so much stuff with Bane's plan that in the middle they just have so much stuff that you kind of forget about the big characters, but I thought she was really good. She was actually pretty sexy.
Yeah, that was weird.
Which is surprising, considering...
I never thought about that way about Anne Hathaway, but...
And they gave her some good lines, and she had some really kick-ass fight sequences, too.
Yeah.
And she's also really needed in the movie, because the movie is really dark, and she kind of is the one that brings out the comedy.
She lightens it up.
She's the most fun character, I would say. But also, Michael Caine, my God, that guy, he should get a Best Supporting Actor.
Give him a round of applause.
He almost made me cry both times I saw it. He's only in the movie for about 15 minutes. He's in the first 20 minutes, and then, you know, he reveals to Bruce, which was one of the things that I knew they had to clear up from The Dark Knight, because Rachel, in the last movie, before she gets blown up, she gives Alfred a letter saying that she picks Harvey Dent over Bruce Wayne, and Alfred knows that Bruce Wayne can never see this letter, so he burns it.
So he burned it, yeah.
And after he reveals this to Bruce, they have a big falling out, and it's one of my favorite scenes in the movie.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, after that, though, you don't see Alfred till the end of the movie, for obvious reasons, but he was so good that I was almost kind of missing him. And, of course, Morgan Freeman, that guy just makes...
Oh, he's good in any movie.
Yeah, Michael Caine and Morgan Freeman.
His voice is on my iPod, it's my ringtone.
Yeah, he can narrate, you know, about paint drying, and I would listen. Lucius Fox is always fun. He's also he's also one of the guys that you kind of need for comedic relief, and his character has been solid throughout the whole series. And also the gadget, you know, the bat is awesome, especially in the last 30 minutes in IMAX. The bat is freaking sweet. Overall, I think it closes up the trilogy really well. The ending, I love the ending. The last 5 minutes tie up everything really well. And also, one of the big things we haven't talked about is Joseph Gordon-Levitt as the, you know, they dropped the Robin name. And I don't think he is Robin, because that'd be stupid that, you know, be a superhero, Robin, that's your own name. And they show him going into the Batcave, so I think that even though there's going to be no more Christopher Nolan Batman movies and they're going to reboot it, I guess they're kind of implying that Joseph Gordon-Levitt would take over.
Would take over being Robin.
Yeah, or Batman, I think. He
or
would
Batman,
So what do you think about that?
I thought, I thought Joseph Gordon-Levitt did he's an amazing actor. He's good in anything. He's good in 50-50. Great in this movie. The way he follows up into the characters is well done.
Do you think he could?
I think he was in it for quite a while.
Yeah, he's one of the main characters. He knows who actually Batman is. In the one of the first scenes he's in, he knows that Bruce Wayne is Batman. Which is one of the few problems I have with it, because they kind of explain how he does, but at the same time, it doesn't really make sense. But
it's like Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character had seen him as a kid.
When he was at the orphanage. But I think if Joseph Gordon-Levitt would be a good Batman in that universe, and I think they tie that up really well, and I'm happy that Bruce Wayne is alive. And I almost thought, the first time I saw it, I almost thought that they actually did kill off Batman. I was like, holy shit, Christopher Nolan did it, he killed Batman. But I was happy with the way they... Commissioner Gordon's always good. He's not as big of a part. He's pretty big near the end, but he's not as central of a character as he was in The Dark Knight. But Gary Oldman's
he explains how the whole underground system...
Yeah, he's the one that kind of discovers Bane's underground army. And everybody... The movie is just very good. We just have some pacing problems, and I like the movie a little bit more the second time. It's still probably my least favorite of the series, but saying that, all of them are good. Like you haven't seen the first one, but all 3 of the Batman movies, it's definitely one of my favorite trilogies of all time.
You say The Dark Knight's a little bit...
Yeah, like I would say, this is my rundown. I would give Batman Begins 4.5, Dark Knight 5 out of 5. Dark Knight's one of my favorite movies, and then this, I would give a very strong 4, and if I did like a decimal system, I would give this like a 4.3.
Same. Close to 4.5, but I'd definitely give it the same rating.
Well, that's our kind of spoiler discussion of The Dark Knight Rises. I really liked it a lot. I thought that Christopher Nolan, made the Batman that I wanted to see, and I'll see anything Christopher Nolan does. If you decide to make a documentary about ferns, I'll see it. That's our spoiler discussion. We liked it a lot, and I'm very sad to see Christopher Nolan's Batman.
You almost don't want to see it end.
Comment if you've seen the movie. What you thought, if there's problems, what problems you had, or if you didn't have any problems at all, if you want to explain some things.
Or clarify.
Yeah, if you want to clarify any things
I'm pretty stupid, so...
that you had problems with, please comment below. By now, most of you have probably seen the movie, so please just comment below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys soon, because we'll be doing our review of Total Recall together. So see you guys later.
And subscribe, and comment.
And everything.